Hello, this is Hazel from C-Trax Customer Support. This short video will explain how to import images for use on the artwork design in the Excel Designer software. On the screen you can see an artwork with 3 images that have been added to the silkscreen layer. The images from either a JPEG, PNG, GIF or BMP format file can be added to any layer type, including copper layers. Because the images will be rendered as either silkscreen or copper, there are no grayscales in the resultant image. So try to use clear, sharp, single colour images, as they will transfer most effectively. Bear in mind, the coloured images, even those grayscale images, will result in a single colour, so something like the C-Trax logo isn't going to transfer too well, nor will small images with lots of detail. So, having chosen your image, how do you proceed? The first thing to do is to create or open an existing design. You will notice a folder called Logos in the Navigator pane. Right-click on the folder and select New. Give the logo a name. Double-click on the new logo to open the editor. The editor is divided into 3 pages, each selected by a tab at the top. The first stage is to import the logo. Navigate to where your logo is stored and select it. Use the rotate and flip buttons as required until you get the image you require. At the edges of the logo you will see small selectors that allow you to resize and crop the image. Once you are happy with the image, select the thresholding tab. This window is divided into 2 sections. The left window shows a monochrome rendering of the image. If the original image was in colour, the red, green and blue sliders can be used to adjust the priority of the colours in the monochrome image. This can be helpful in obtaining a suitable contrasty image to transfer into pure black and white. If we just adjust the green and blue on this particular image, you'll see that it transfers into black and white quite well. The right hand window shows the image converted into pure black and white. Use the threshold level slider to obtain the best rendering that can be achieved, and that's your own personal setting. The invert checkbox produces an inverted image. The white is what actually appears on the artwork as copper or silkscreen. The final stage is to convert the image into vectors using the tab. The green rectangle represents the printed circuit board and the white the copper or the silkscreen. Using the pitch and minimum vector length controls, fine-tune the image until you are happy with the end result. The green area is the boundary of the image, and that's what will appear on the screen in the artwork. This will become relevant when we place the logo onto the artwork later on. The logo is now complete, so we can close the logo editor. To use the logo, we need to open the artwork editor if it's not already open. Use the logo place command and drag the logo across onto the artwork. The logo will appear on the layer indicated in the logo dialog box. Layer 1 is a silkscreen layer and we need to make it visible. Click the left button to release the logo. The logo move, rotate, mirror and delete commands operate as you would expect, and the centre of the logo is always the datum point which you select it on. The logo edit command allows you to resize the image using the dialog bar. So we select the image and then make any adjustments that we might want to. When you're ready, you apply the changes. You can increase the size. Let's make it larger. With the constrained proportions box ticked, the height will automatically adjust so there is no distortion on the symbol. And then we apply the changes. It's maybe too big now, so we'll change the height this time, make it a bit smaller. And again, the width changes automatically. Then apply the changes, and there's the symbol. Whilst moving the symbol, you can also make alterations. Once logos have been defined, they can be copied and pasted to the master logo editor. So right click, copy, up to the master's folder, position the cursor over the logos, right click and paste. That logo is now available to all the other jobs from the master library. A symbol can be copied within the job just by right clicking and copy, and then right click and paste. It can be edited in the same way. When editing a symbol that's already been placed on the artwork, for example, we'll invert this image, make sure you go to the vector generation to implement the change. Close the window and then refresh the screen. Now you can see the area occupied by the image. When we run the artwork check-in routines, be it the copper checking or the silkscreen checking, the rectangle is the area taken into account by all the calculations. So although previously the symbol looked round, if any of the green part of the rectangle was touching some silkscreen or copper on the board and causing a short, then it would be flagged as an error. So even though you can't see some of the image, it is still taken into account when you check the artwork. So that concludes my video on how to use images within the artwork editor. I hope it's been informative. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and this is Hazel from C-Track signing off. Bye bye.